Hey ladies, Cindy Peter here. I'm excited to talk today about sharing our fabulous business opportunity with our current, our future, and our previous hostesses. We know that our hostesses already love 31. They know that it's fun to get their girlfriends together. They love a discount on their products with the free and half price hostess rewards. So these should be ladies that we are inviting to join our team every single time we party with them, right? So during your hostess coaching with those current hostesses, you want to plant some seeds. You want to ask them to think about, have you ever thought about doing what I do? It is a way to kind of get that conversation going. And I cannot tell you, ladies, how many times that hostess has said to me, no, I don't really think so. But then at the end of her party, I tell her what she would have made if she were the consultant with that party. And oftentimes they're like, oh, because money talks, ladies. I know that when we break that down for our hostesses and say on this party, you would have earned $150 because we know that's the average party, right? You would have earned $150 commission. What would you do with that? When we ask those powerful questions, it gives them a pause and think. Now, our past hostesses, we should be inviting also, because again, this is that same groups of ladies that already love 31. They love the fun, they love the deal. So when we have recruiting incentives like we have right now, this is the time to go back to those past hostesses and ask them. And how many times have you asked those hostesses and they're like, no, I'm just too busy, or whatever their reason may be? I often say to them, is it okay if I follow up with you the next time we have something exciting going on? Whether that's a new catalog or a recruiting incentive, they are giving me permission to talk to them again about that. Because we know in this business that a no does not always mean no for always. It might just be a no for right now. So one of the things that I do that helps me keep track of who I've offered the opportunity to is I just take a simple notebook. And in this notebook, I have a page for each person that I have offered the opportunity to who has told me maybe just not right now. If they're a hard and fast no, they probably don't go in my book. But if they're like, no, maybe in a couple years, and I get that answer, then I'll put them in this book. Some have more follow-up than others, but this one has a name and it says she joined. So that way I also kind of get to track my success, but it really gives me an idea of when was the last time I reached out to them, and I have it all in one place, so it's super easy. I do a lot of that sharing the opportunity out and about on the go, so I don't always get this updated, but I can sit back when we have like an incentive and really be very intentional about tracking that. It really can be as simple as saying, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Right? You're not asking them for a yes or no answer. You're just asking them if they've ever thought about it. Because we know statistically, lots of women have thought about it, but may not have joined unless they were asked, right? So when somebody says, well, I've thought about it, then what's that next step? Then we need to kind of get some information from her. And I really use Amy Neal's strategies to say those questions like, what is it about 31 that makes you excited about the possibility? What is it about 31 that makes you think, what would you love? Is it the fun? Is it the products? Is it the money? Right there, you're gonna find out a little bit about her why. And then the next question is to really ask them, is there anything standing in the way? Because if nothing's standing in the way, they might just go ahead and sign right there. Now, true story, today I was at my hairdresser's who just saw my around town tote last week on my live video, and she decided she needed one. Well, in walks a customer of hers who I've met before and who purchased from me probably 3 or 4 years ago. And I followed up a couple times, but she's bought very little from me since then. Well, my hairdresser was going on and on about the round town tote and she couldn't wait to get it. And her friend, Tina, was like, oh, I might need that. I might need to get that around town tote. Well, as we've texted back and forth all during the day and had 2 phone calls, I finally just said, I'm like, hey Tina, we have this incentive right now and you can get this and this for this much and it's actually gonna save you money. And she's like, really? So I said, is there anything standing in your way of giving 31 a try for a while? And she's like, no, there's not. So guess what, ladies? She's gonna come to my house tomorrow and we're gonna get her signed up and help her get those totes she wants. So those words really do work. I encourage you to use them, and remember, reach out to those hostesses. Ask them during your hostess coaching. It's part of your job to invite them to come into this pink bubble and this sisterhood, and you never know who might need it. Hope these tips helped. Have a great day.